Hello everyone, this is Aisha and welcome to our 44th Kotlin tutorial, and in this tutorial I'll be talking about the default and named arguments in Kotlin programming language. So when you are calling a function or when you are defining a function, you define some arguments for that function. Now in calling that function, you have to pass those parameters or pass those arguments. Then in Kotlin programming language, when you are defining a function, you can define the values of these parameters too. For example, here if I have a function display function which displays the values of two arguments. The first one is a of integer type, and then the second one is b of integer type, and then we will have the body of the function. So now you can provide the default values for these parameters or the arguments, and when you define these values, the default values, then when you are calling the function there is no need to pass those values. So for example, when I call this function, I have to write two integers, for example 12 and 34. So now a equals 12 and 34 equals b. So now if I define these variables here, a equal 45 and b equals 23. Okay, so now when you are passing these values, 12 will be assigned to a and 34 will be assigned to b, and when no values are passed, then these default values will be assigned to these respective variables. So for example, let's print these variables. A and b. Now run the program. And you can see 12 and 34 are printed. So this is because we have passed these values. When you pass 12 will be assigned to a and 34 will be assigned to b, and when here no values are passed, then these default values of these parameters will be used. For example, if I remove these values, okay, now run. And you can see here the default values are used. So 45 and 23 are printed. 45 equals a and b equals 23. So this is how you can use the default arguments. Now you can also pass values for some of the arguments. For example, if you do not want to pass the value for b and if you want to pass the value for a, then it will be alright. There will be no error. For example, if I type here 12, now 12 will be assigned to a and 23 will be assigned to b. So default value for b will be used because we haven't passed any value for this b variable. Now run and you will see. And you can see 12 equals a and 23 equals b. So the default value of b variable is used. Now what if you want to pass value for this b variable, if you want to assign 12 to b and not to a? So for this purpose we use the named arguments. So here I will just write b equal 12. So now the variable b will be equal to 12 and a equals 45. So this is called the named argument. Now run the program and you will see. And you can see here 45 equals to a and 12 equals b. So now we have used this named argument and we have passed the value for b variable. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.